Dad, I need to confess something to you. I lost your Beatles Abbey Road. Actually, I don't like the Beatles. Don't sweat it. Say what? Who doesn't like the Beatles? Hello, and welcome back to a new episode of Say What. The expression of today, don't sweat it. Let's start. Okay, the expression of today is very easy, and we only need to learn one new word to understand it. But even though this expression is very easy, a lot of people don't know it and they don't use it. But it's very common. So the expression is don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. So don't, of course, we know is a negative. So in this case, we use don't to tell someone not to do something. Like when you say, hey, don't do it. Don't talk. Don't leave. So I am telling you not to do something. In this case, we say don't what? Don't sweat it. So what is sweat? S-W-E-A-T, sweat. Sweat can be at the same time a verb or a noun. So sweat as a verb is what your body does in different situations. And I'm going to give you an example so you can really have in your mind what is sweating. So you are walking on the street and the weather is really hot, the sun is just right there up above, and you are feeling all the heat from the sun. What happens to you? What happens to your body? You start sweating. So some liquid, some disgusting liquid starts coming out of your armpits or in your neck or on your forehead. So you have now liquid pouring down on your body. This liquid is sweat. So you are sweating, okay? So being on a really hot day is going to make you sweat. If you go to the gym maybe and you start exercising, you are going to sweat. So these are like normal physical reactions, but also we sweat in other circumstances. For example, when you are afraid of something, maybe you are lying to a person and this person is suspicious, like this person doesn't believe what you're saying, and then you start getting worried and you start sweating, right? Or maybe you have a lot of problems. Let's say you have an exam, a difficult exam. So you are sitting down on your chair at school and you are doing your exam. The weather is not hot and you are not doing any physical activity, but you are so tensed and so worried that you are sweating. Okay? So then we have this association of sweating with being worried, with being preoccupied. And that is exactly the meaning of this expression. If somebody tells you, hey, don't sweat it, that means don't worry. It's not a big deal, it's not a problem, so relax, don't sweat it. So let's check the example we used in the conversation in the beginning. Actually, we are seeing here a follow-up story from a previous episode. So if you have not watched the episode Face the Music, you can go and watch it and then you will see this story. We have this boy, this guy, who is going to make a confession to his father because this boy lost an important album. He lost a Beatles album. So he goes to his dad and he says, "Dad, I need to confess something to you. I lost your Beatles Abbey Road." So he is very worried. Obviously, he lost something very important and he's worried and he says, "Dad, I lost your album." And the dad, wow, that was really a twist. His dad says, "Oh, actually, I don't like the Beatles. So don't sweat it. So don't worry." He doesn't like the Beatles. Can you believe that? Well, that's not the point. The point is that it's not important for him, so he says, don't worry, never mind. It's not important, don't sweat it. Relax. Okay? So what other situations we have where we can use this expression? The imagination is the limit. A lot of different things can worry people, a lot of different things can worry you, and if those things are really not important, then you can use this expression, don't sweat it. Maybe you owe money to a friend, so you asked for money to a friend of yours and you said, "Hey, can I borrow, 1,000 pesos?" And he says, "Yeah, here you have it." And then you said, "I will give you the money back next week." And next week you don't have the money and you are worried, "Oh my God, I need to pay my friend." So you go and you say, "Oh man, I'm sorry, I don't have your money, I'm so sorry." And he says, "Don't sweat it, I'm rich." Okay, no, maybe not like that. But he says, "Don't worry, I don't need my money right now, so don't sweat it." Also, we have another version of this expression that we can use with the same meaning in the same situation, and it means the same. And that is only no sweat. So no sweat and don't sweat it are equivalent, they are interchangeable. You can use one or the other with no difference. "Hey, man, sorry, I don't have your money." He says, "Don't sweat it." Or, "Hey man, sorry, I don't have your money." No sweat. "Hey man, I'm sorry, I don't." "Hey, I told you don't sweat it." Okay, so that is the meaning of this expression, don't sweat it means don't worry. It's a little more informal, so in formal situations you say don't worry. Informal, don't sweat it, no sweat. Okay, so please let me know in the comments below what examples you can make with this expression. And I will see you next week for a new video. Thank you very much for watching and keep it simple. And don't sweat it, too.
Men